I think now we are live. Okay, that's great. Okay, amazing. So
And then helium.
great. Okay, so I think we can get started now. So if you have seen in the last stream, we basically had a few errors at the last, so I'll be like fixing them today. And yeah, so for fixing them, we'll be like first of all making the fsread function like working properly, and after doing that, yeah, then we'll be also adding a number one we didn't add it last time. Okay, so let's get started now. The first thing that I'll be doing is checking. Okay, so this was a previous condition, so it was not appending at last. Okay, here we first of all let's see, check, let's finish the type errors. Let's just make them work. Yeah, so one error is gone. Wait a minute, I think we got something. But we didn't parse it. Wait, what did I just do? Let's call this old data. Const old data. Let's go to this so that I'm creating it to check the type. It's any. Okay. Control Shift P for my document. We got a big buffer, but I'm not sure exactly what is this about. So I really want it to change, but it's not changing. Okay, first of all let me change the type error. I think object, we are changing it over here. Okay, let's just check if I put const. Will that make an error? Okay, it's not making an error. So every time I do it, I'm getting this buffer. So what does this buffer exactly mean? Let me go to node and new buffer. Let me put in this buffer to check what does the text mean. Okay, so let me do the. Okay, so I have to use buffer.alloc. Okay, let me do that again. Node new buffer.alloc. I'll give them this thing. Paste. Okay, never mind. So we are getting something, but it's a buffer. So what if I parse? Let me just stringify this. What do we get? Okay, we're basically getting it, so that's useless. So I think we can convert this into a string instead. Okay, this is not what we wanted, but let me remove all the excess. Okay, string was not a good idea. What do we get here? Okay, it's still not appending. So let's actually check what is the problem. So let's go to a new node instance. Let me have the first object, obj1, which is hello is hello, or hello is hi. It's the first object. and the second object is var obj2 is equal to, yeah. So what I'm doing is, if I do dot 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 obj1 dot 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 obj2, we're supposed to get this, right? But we are not getting it. So this, let's check what is the problem with this. Let's call this new data. So const new data is equal to this. So let's actually console.log the new data to know what's going on. The new data is just this. So what about the old data? Who's gonna add your old data? Old data is also this. Okay, I understood what is happening. We are basically putting two of the same things. Now we already have this. Now instead of this, let me add hello world with let me just say hi. Yeah, let me just put a J. J is not matching with the schema. Oh yeah, because yeah, JHHH. Now that should give us everything should work now. Oh no, it's not. Oh, because I didn't put the new data. Okay, now it should work. Oh yeah, sorry. What's his name? Data, right? Old data. No, old data is what we got. Data. It's just data. Wait, no, that's not data. What was it before? Control Z. It was object. Okay. Let's convert this to. It should work. Since that we lost the previous thing, so let me control. Yeah. Now we got this. So let's delete all of this. Now we come here. We got the new one, but we didn't get the old one yet. This is the problem. So first of all, I'm not gonna do this. I'm just gonna console log it. What is wrong with the new data? We just having JHHH. This is the old data. Okay. We have hello world there, but for it to come here, where is object? Okay, so here object is here. So let's log object here first. Okay, object is JHHH. Okay, so what if I do new? What is old data then? The old one is hello world. Yes, correct. So let me say JSON dot. Yeah, this is old data. Now, if I combine the object, why don't we get what is happening to the old data? Okay, I think I'm getting something. The last part is replacing the first one for some reason. Okay, I got it. So there should be a better way to merge objects in JavaScript. I think object that assign is the best method. This is not working. Okay, let me just try object.assign. We will say object.assign. Okay, so this should work. The new data, sorry, the old data to the object. So we what about printing object now? Shouldn't we get all of them? Okay, so new data is this. But what is happening to the old data? Why is it not copying into the object for some reason? Okay, let us actually try it. We have old data. Let's just call it old. So old is this, okay? Console.clear. Now we got the new data over here. This is new data. Our new data is equal to this. Now if I say object.assign with old and new data. Okay, we're just getting this for some reason. I think it completely copies. I think I misunderstood what I want. So old new data. Okay, what if I do okay, let me just put old data and new data. Sorry, old and new data. Okay, the was a problem, guys. I figured it out. You don't have to do any of this. Old data, new data, all done. No, sorry, object. All done. It's working like it's working. So I just have to do this, and I hope everything will work now. Let's see. Control Shift P for my document. Wow, we got this. It's working, but the problem is that we're still having this old data prefix, so we need to remove that. Yes, we have to remove that somehow. Actually, the way that we are approaching this is completely wrong, because yeah, it's completely wrong. So we have to make this into an array first of all. Okay, so whatever we did, everything's wrong. So where we are first of all, where we are even adding, yeah, the adding part, we are supposed to write it as an array. So this, the original thing, is supposed to be something like this. Okay, so when we are initializing it here, yeah, over here, we must write it here itself. So write file sync to this. We're gonna write yeah, what was it? Yeah, the array, but we have to JSON. We're just going to make this into an array. Let me just JSON dot stringify an array. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove actually, what is this thing actually gonna do? If exit sync, it's actually useless. We don't need this. gotta create it, you gotta create it. So we can remove these things, and let me check the type errors first, and then okay, we just have one type error. Let's fix that after fixing this. So yeah, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna delete this thing. I'm gonna change this to hello world. Oh yeah, this is, sorry, I could change this to hello world and this to just hello. I think we are supposed to do it after we get this, right? Okay, yeah, that's the problem. This is sync, so just write file, just that, and we get a function with an no param callback. Oh yeah, wait, yes, we get an error. So let's check. If error, then we throw new database error with string of error. Oh, okay. So if error, throw new database error, and we're taking the string of it. Yeah. And we have to do this after. Or I just have a better idea. Let me just dot write JSON dot stringify this thing. Yeah, you're supposed to make it right. Oh yeah, we are supposed to make this to true. Okay, so we are actually facing a lot of problems. The first thing is that when we are writing it, it's supposed to write it like this, and that's not happening. Now if I put something like hello world to true, we're still getting an error, though we're getting hello world here. Line number 60, where's that? Here. When we're reading the file, we're getting an error. Yeah, of course, because you got to click create a database, and then set the schema. If I put a library here, it's working. So I learned something from this, that we are not supposed to do it here. When you're writing for the first time, that is here, let's just make this null. Okay, nothing is here. Okay, now I have to do it again. So where's add? Yeah, over here, when we're reading it, yeah, we're checking if the this one is this, so we'll be doing this. Yeah, that's it. That's just gonna fix all the problems that we have. So I shall delete this and this, and now is there any extra one? Oh yeah, I just go here. Okay, See, we got it. Now there's one more problem. The problem is that the problem is that you can't like create the database and then add it to it. Maybe we can make that an async or give some time to it, but I'm not gonna fix that. We'll do that in the next one. So first of all, I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna delete this first. I'm gonna change this to hello. Okay, yeah, before changing that to hello, I'm gonna temporarily stop this thing, and I'm gonna go here. Yes, the new data, we will be appending it to the new one. So the old data is basically an array of something. So we're gonna append. So old data dot push. So I'm gonna say old data dot old data dot push our object. So it's basically not old data. So that's everything. Now let's go here, change this to hello, and now let's try running. We have to get an error first. Yes, we do get an error. Now I'm gonna go here. That's because we're putting a 2 here, okay, you understand? So now when we go here, we must see this. Okay, now I'm gonna change this to JJJ. You can see that now it works like a charm. It just works. We have no error. So let me add one thing, and then I think that's enough for today. Okay, never mind. Okay, now we have multiple JJJs because it's actually working. So the thing that I'm gonna add is comment this for now. I'm gonna add a new thing called number over here. Export export function number that takes in a number, which has to be a number. And of course, yeah, number, there's something like uint 16, uint 8, unsigned integer 8, and then 16. We also have just normal integers. So we'll do that later. Of course, we'll do that later. But for now, let's just make a normal number one. So you can see that we're using the return data scheme that we defined earlier. So if number, we're gonna return number. We're gonna return num, and yeah, when we return it, we're gonna return it as a number like this. Else we're gonna return the word number. So when we go to return data scheme, we can add a new thing called number. So this should work. Oh yeah, of course it should be like this. So yeah, we can also return a number. That's the main one, and we're not getting any database error. So yep, so this is basically for the number one. It was an easy one. So of course we can also add an array one, but that's gonna okay, I need to check one more thing. So you can see that the date, okay, it's working properly. So name is date, and it's gonna give you a date, right? Yeah, it's like working so good. So now this is basically a library. So it's basically we're doing the ORM functionality. I have no idea why is this an srcdb here. Yes, I can move here. So when I go to so we basically did create and add. So we need to update and delete, and we're gonna add more ORM functionality. To make something it like and we also need to add SQL. Then yeah, to make it something like drizzle, our own drizzle. So for that purpose, or else it's like looking great and the code is actually looking good, like it's actually good. So, and of course this database folder is also not necessary. And yeah, I think we'll try making a new array function here. Oh yeah, we'll make an error function first. Export function error, which takes in an error which is optional and is type of error, and it returns an error or a return data scheme. Wait, I'm not sure whether it returns an error, so we're gonna return the error. Okay, let it be error, but we need to make an type for that, else we're gonna return error. So to do that, we have to actually check it. So I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna make a new error. So var error is equal to error. I'm gonna put hello. Okay, that itself gives an error because we need a proper error method. Error hello. Now if I console.log error, what does it give us? An error. Okay, so if I console type of error, it's a date, because actually let me actually type of error, like the actual type of, and it's an object. So let me see object console.table and error. That's gonna show us more information. Okay, it's not showing us any information. So I just want the prototype. Yeah. So let me actually console.log error.message. Is that a thing? Oh, okay. So when we return this, it has a message. Okay. Okay. So that's great. So what we'll be doing is if dot message exists on that, so that's the type check. So else if variable dot message is there, then we'll be returning error, else we'll be just returning date. So now when I console.log the type of error, we should get error. See, now it's working, like it's working. So as we're done with it, let me just fix this type errors here. Okay, we have one type error, and let me check if I can stringify this. What was there before? Date. Okay. json.stringify data. So I hope there'll be no errors when I do this. Right, let me change this to HSH. I knew that there would be an error. So it's fine, let it just be data. I'll somehow try to fix it in the next one. The type errors. How to fix type error JSON dot parse buffer. To string. Okay, let me just try that next time because I'm afraid if I like break something. So that is for today. I